Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Katie and I'm the Organic Esthetician. Today's video has been requested by a lot of you, so I'm finally putting one together for YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to treat jowl formation and heavy nasolabial folds. These are also sometimes referred to as marionette lines. For me, I think a marionette line is a heavy nasolabial fold that continues down to the jaw. So it's the combo of nasolabial plus jowl formation. In today's video, we're going to talk about what causes jowl formation and marionette lines, and I'll show you a comprehensive way of treating it at home. Already made a video on this topic over on Instagram. Show you exactly how to treat these two things using the Nebulyft QT. So if you have a Nebulyft QT or you're thinking about getting one and you need to address jowl formation or marionette lines, I highly recommend that you watch that video as well, and I'm going to link that down below. All right, so what causes jowl formation? Aging is multifaceted. Multiple things will line up to create major shifts in the skin. So when it comes to jowl formation, there are a few different things that are going on. The first one is in the muscle. Right here are our depressors. There's one on each side on the corner of the mouth. It's like a triangle shaped muscle. And as it contracts, it tightens and it turns the mouth down. So if you are noticing that the corners of your mouth are lower than they used to be, more than likely you have tight depressors. In between your depressors is your mentalis. When this muscle gets tight, it curves the chin up. If you notice that you have an increasingly deep line underneath your lower lip, that means that you have a tight mentalis. From the outside of your depressor connects your platysma, which runs from the collarbone up the neck, over the jawline, and connects right in here. This gets tight and contracts and pulls the whole lower face down. And you'll also start to see these horizontal lines across your neck from that contraction. So here we have muscle tightness. Next, there's muscle laxity. This also will really affect the nasolabial fold, but imagine that all these muscles kind of got smushed down this way. Look at my nasolabial fold here compared to the other sides. It's subtle, but I think you guys get the idea. So now imagine that you lift up the face, less of the nasolabial fold. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to tighten some of these muscles. So there's the risorius and the buccinator that run east-west here, kind of at a diagonal. There's the zygomatics that run from the nasolabial fold line up kind of towards the temple here on the cheek. And then there's one right here that runs north-south, kind of from the bottom of the cheek to the orbital bone. Over time, you can get laxity in these muscles, which will kind of sag this part of the face. It'll increase line depth here, and then it's a continuation of this kind of downward motion of the facial muscles. So that's muscular. Then we have the skin itself, right? We get skin laxity. As we age, our production of collagen and elastin slows down. So our stores of collagen and elastin will slowly deplete over time. Great way to maintain the health of the skin is to help increase collagen formation and elasticity in the skin. Another thing that happens in the skin is dehydration. That's both internal and topical dehydration. Dehydration will increase the depth of any line on your face. So if you're starting to see a subtle shift in your skin and you're noticing the beginning of line formations, a great way to tackle that head on is with hydration. Make sure that you're incorporating a hyaluronic acid-based serum in your skincare routine. Ideally, look for one that also, in the description, talks about improving the lipid barrier or protecting the skin's lipid barrier. These are products that really help maintain the health of the skin to prevent dehydration and also reduce irritation and damage at a cellular level that happens when that barrier thins. Hydration evaporates out of the surface and microparticles sneak in, causing damage and inflammation. And then the third thing that happens, which we don't really talk about that much in skincare, I would say as a whole, gravity affects our bones as well. As we age, our bones start to shift. Gravity, posture, wear and tear, all of these things create skeletal shifting over time. And especially through the zygomatic area. So like your cheekbones, around your mouth. All of these things can shift based on posture, repetitive movement, just like they do anywhere else in the body. To truly address jowl formation or a heavy marionette line, you're really going to want to target all three of these categories to create effective change in the skin. Before we jump into exactly how we're going to go about treating these things, I'd like to just take a moment to talk about aging and expectation. Okay, so first, I feel like there's a lot of negative connotation out there about aging, about anti-aging treatments, verbiage, mental health, all of these things kind of get swirled up together. So I just wanted to have like a little chat with all of you. We are all going to age no matter what we do, right? Aging is inevitable. Aging is also not always a bad thing, right? Intrinsic aging, which is your natural aging process, is just the way of life. When I talk about anti-aging, I'm addressing extrinsic aging. These are the things like lifestyle, environment, the things out here that affect the skin's health, affect the health of the body. So when I am giving you anti-aging tips, think of it as anti-inflammatory tips. Think of them as lifestyle tips. Think of them as pro-skin health tips. We are working at improving the biological functions that are happening in the body. We're working to increase the health of the skin by reducing inflammation, increasing blood flow, increasing lymphatic flow to decrease stagnation and buildup. We're going to stimulate cellular activity so that we're creating new skin cells faster. We are going to increase cellular energy to help promote those cellular activities. We're going to do all of these things to keep your skin and your body as a whole vibrant, healthy, and working optimally. When you think of anti-aging, think of those things. An added benefit to doing all of that is a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles, is an increase in skin elasticity, and an increase in collagen formation. It's a decrease in breakouts and pigmentation. It's healthy, vibrant, glowing skin. And lastly, be kind to yourself. The stuff that bothers you, no one else is looking at that. So try and keep that in mind when we're doing these things. The easiest way to address the muscle at home is with microcurrent. Now, I just did a video that talked about my favorite devices that I actually use at home. And so if you are not sure which device is right for you, make sure you watch that video. I'll put a link down below and there'll be a card up here someplace also so that you can hop over and watch it if you haven't already. I really like the Nebulyft Mini for addressing tightness in the muscle because it has dual probes that actually give a little stretch. Things like NuFace, the Bear, some of the programs on the Ziip, and various other at-home microcurrent devices are all going to be very effective at lifting the muscle. So if you have the Nebulyft Mini, you're going to use the erase setting around the mouth. 2 videos ago, I did a full face Nebulyft Mini tutorial in real time. To treat the nasolabial fold, you're going to do a Nebulyft Mini erase treatment around the mouth. I'm going to link that video down below as opposed to dropping it into this video so that we can kind of shorten the length of it, right? What I would also suggest doing is lengthening the neck as well. So you start your probes together, you glide them apart. That top probe can come up over the jawline if you want, or if you feel more comfortable, just bring it up to the jaw. Either way, you're gonna get a nice little stretch. You're gonna go starting in the middle, one probe goes to the jaw, one probe goes to the collarbone, always avoiding your thyroid here. And then you're gonna go at an angle, letting one probe behind the ear and the other towards the midline, again, avoiding the thyroid. That stretches the sternocleidomastoid, this muscle this way. That's the most effective way to stretch and relax a tight neck. If you don't have a Nebulyft Mini at home, I'm gonna show you how to stretch these muscles manually using your hand while performing a gentle intraoral massage. I'm going to show you how to easily release the tension around your mouth through a little intraoral facial massage. I've applied oil all over my face, but you want to make sure you at least are applying it around the mouth. Because this video is all about depressors and nasolabial fold, we'll really start there. So I have on a nitrile glove. Ultimately, you just want a latex-free glove. I'll put a link to what I use in the studio down below. So you're going to insert your thumb into your mouth. It's going to go between your cheek and your teeth. So like right in here. And you're gonna move it around and use it as a support for these fingers. As you're working, you're going to massage using these outer fingers, and they're going to use that thumb as a support. So you can grab the tissue between the fingers and work it like this. This also allows you to give a little stretch or pull, especially around the lip, which can get a lot of tension and tightness, which leads to those little perpendicular lines. So we're just giving a little stretch to the depressor, gliding up like this. Next, we're going to focus on this little area right here. It's called the modiolus, and it's where a handful of muscles meet and form attachments. Now we're going to work our way up into the nasolabial fold, doing the exact same thing. And then up onto the lip. So it might feel a little weird at first, or if you have a lot of tension, it will probably feel super delicious. This is a really nice way to release the tension and adhesion around these muscles without using microcurrent. Now that we've stretched and relaxed the tension in the muscle, we can address lifting any sagging in the muscle. These movements are very easy. Here's the one thing I want you to remember. We just stretched everything inside the nasolabial fold. So imagine an imaginary line, that is your marionette line, from the nostrils out and around and down towards the jawline. Do not activate any of the muscles within this area. You're going to use this line as a guide, and you are going to work outside of it for lifting. So we're going to address this with whatever at-home microcurrent device you have. If you have the Nebulyft Mini, again, I'm going to suggest that you hop over to that full face demonstration, watch the Educate program, work from the jaw to the under eye. If you have any other at-home microcurrent device, so not a dual probe device, but a handheld with two balls on it, like a NuFace, a Bear, or even the Ziip, I'm going to show you with my hands exactly how you're going to do these movements. Okay, so the first one, we are going to glide. So these are my two probes. Imagine I'm holding my NuFace or my Bear. Those two probes are going to touch the skin. You're going to start at the nasolabial fold, and we're going to glide out towards the ear. From here, this way. Tightening the rhosaurus and the buccinator. You can go up as well if you like, but really you want to focus on gliding out. Next, you're going to lift the cheek, targeting the zygomatic muscles. So you're going to start your probes again at the nasolabial line, and you're going to glide up and over your cheek towards the temple. Lastly, you're going to turn your device this way, put them underneath the cheek, again, staying outside of that line, and you're going to glide straight up to just under the orbital bone. Lifting the cheek up that way. Feel free to give a little brow lift at the end just so that you're thorough, but these movements are really going to help lift, and this will also help reduce line depth in the nasolabial fold. Now we'll address the skin. So first, we want to make sure that we're hydrated. You're going to start drinking adequate amounts of water every day. I will say that I have historically been a dehydrated person. I've never drank enough water, and I just got into the habit of doing it. So like, I'm an esthetician, but I'm just a regular person like all of you. Staying hydrated is really challenging, especially if you're masked all day or you're busy at work. It's hard to get sips in. I have a 32-ounce water bottle. There's so many out there. Get one that you like, that's easy to take with you, and bring it with you everywhere. It used to be hard for me to drink a whole one of these a day. I am now drinking 4. The more water you drink consistently, I find the thirstier you are, and it just kind of lends itself to hydration. So make sure you are drinking enough water, especially if you drink coffee or alcohol daily. Next, again, we're gonna use some sort of topical hydration. I'll list a couple options down below. I love Lucerne Labs Serum Absolute Rehydrate. I really love Skin Modern's Bio Placenta Serum because not only is it hydrating, it also has a blend of plant-based growth factors. So you're jump-starting collagen synthesis while also hydrating the skin. I'm having trouble thinking about it off the top of my head, but I will find something else, maybe $50 or under, and I'll put that down there as well. So your skin is hydrated, your insides are hydrated. That's step 1. Step 2 will be using some sort of modality to increase collagen and elastin production. Things like at-home radio frequency devices, the NEWA, the Nebulyft, or even the TriPollar stop, all 3 are great options. Radio frequency uses that heat to trigger collagen synthesis. Ultrasound can be a great option. This is the TimeMaster Pro. This is the strongest at-home ultrasound option that's out on the market. I retail these also, and it uses a combination of ultrasound, which is stimulating fibroblast activity and increasing cellular metabolism. So that's just like jump-starting all of those cellular processes to keep the cells healthy, which in turn keeps the skin healthy. And then it also has LED light therapy on it. It's subtle, but it's there. And then thirdly, there's EMS. I'm not a huge proponent of EMS, which stands for electrical muscular stimulation. It depletes ATP, whereas microcurrent strengthens the muscle while increasing that cellular energy. The models that I retail have 4 levels, and level 1 is ultrasound only. Level 2 is ultrasound with EMS. Levels 2, 3, and 4 have increased intensities of EMS. The ultrasound is the same intensity on every single level. So I recommend using the TimeMaster Pro at level 1 and choose the LED light treatment of your choice. Ultrasound is another option for increasing firmness in the skin. Lastly, LED light therapy is going to be a wonderful treatment to not only increase collagen and elastin in the skin, but also decrease inflammation, increase oxygenation by increasing blood flow to the surface, and promoting improved skin health. So if you want one treatment that will increase the firmness of the skin while improving the overall health of the skin, LED light therapy is a great option. You can combine these to address your issue from multiple angles, which is something that I really like to do. So I'll use radio frequency because I find that I get skin tightening a little faster with radio frequency than I do with LED light therapy. However, I still absolutely love LED. I just like pairing the two for increased results. I'm gonna put links to all of the devices and products that I just talked about down below. Now, if you're really wanting to help support collagen production in your skin and in your body, another great thing that you can be doing is incorporating vitamin C. You can do this both topically and internally. My favorite C serum is Serum Absolute V15 from Lucerne. It uses 15% L-ascorbic acid with a blend of antioxidants. L-ascorbic acid is the most effective form of vitamin C for increasing collagen production. It also gives you UV protection, helps brighten the skin, adds antioxidant support, and can treat breakouts and acne. However, it can be a little finicky compared to other forms of vitamin C. If you're currently using a vitamin C serum, but you're wanting to step it up a little bit, that's when I would recommend V15. If you are new to vitamin C and you want to incorporate it for the first time, I would suggest doing something a little gentler. One of my favorite options for this is the C Fusion from Skin Modern. It's in a base of 3 different forms of hyaluronic acid. This uses 2 forms of vitamin C, amino ascorbyl phosphate and 3,0-ethyl ascorbic acid. That last one is one of the newest forms of vitamin C. It causes less sensitivity or irritation on the skin and can be just as effective at increasing collagen and elastin. I'll link both of those serums down below. Now, I also suggest that you take vitamin C orally. And the best way to do that is to use a liposomal vitamin C. This ensures that you're actually absorbing the full C as opposed to it just flushing through your system, which happens with a lot of supplements. As a general rule, if you are going to invest in supplements, invest in liposomally encapsulated supplements. There are some other amazing delivery systems, but just to keep it easy, look for liposomal. Brands I like are Lipospheric and Symbiotica, I think is the name. Both offer 1,000 milligrams of liposomal C. And in addition to collagen support, you'll also get to support and increase your immunity along with all the other benefits of taking vitamin C orally. All right, and the last thing we're going to talk about is how to shift the bones of the face. So you're going to address bone sagging through postural corrections. This is not something that's going to correct itself overnight or even in a few months. This takes years. The first thing we're going to do is talk about neutral spine. When you're driving your car, when you're sitting at your desk at work, when you're on the couch watching TV or looking at your phone, you're going to have a neutral spine. So that means that you are going to have a slight tuck in your chin. Oftentimes when we're reading or watching TV, we're like this, right? Our back posture is probably a little slouchy. Our neck kind of tilts back and our chin sticks out. Your mouth is open. The last thing you want to do is have an open mouth and breathe through your mouth. Inhalation should happen through your nose. A great way to help prevent mouth breathing is by correcting your tongue posture. Okay, so at rest, your lips should be closed, your teeth slightly parted, and your tongue should be up against the top of your mouth, not resting in the center of your mouth, but up. And by pushing it up against the palate, you're then supporting the bones of the upper mouth, which then support the bones of the cheeks, creating like a scaffolding effect, pushing them up to help prevent the sagging that happens over time. You can do these little exercises where you suction your tongue to the roof of your mouth and then relax. And I feel like it's really helped not only support my cheeks, but also makes me very mindful about whether or not my mouth is open when I'm at rest. If any of you follow Jane Mann's channel, she has a device called the Lift, which is an intraoral mold. I don't even know how to describe it. It kind of looks like a mouth guard. You have them molded or fitted to your teeth. It helps to shift the bone structure of the whole face. I haven't tried it myself. I know she swears by it. I will find a video of hers and put a link down below as well. Okay, so just to remind you, the most effective way to treat gel formation or marionette lines is a multi-pronged approach. Start with at least 1, work your way into 2. 2 is a really great place to start. Microcurrent with radio frequency or microcurrent with LED light therapy. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you subscribe. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or video suggestions, leave them in the comments down below.